body bags where horror lies.
What's up, y'all? Dubbles at you again. Another week on the body bags. Got a fun flick from 1988 for y'all. Dead Heat. This was released by Anchor Bay. I recently picked up the Anchor Bay release because I'm an Anchor Bay fiend, but especially the old school ones. But it's also released part of the Image Midnight Madness series DVD and Blu-ray, which there's some cool releases in that series. Definitely check those out. But anyways, Dead Heat stars Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo as basically in a buddy cop zombie comedy. So this has got a little bit of Lethal Weapon mixed with, I don't know, Ghostbusters mixed with, something like that. Fun, the typical horror comedies from the 80s, but mixed with like a Lethal Weapon or a good 48 Hours, a good buddy cop kind of thing. So Treat and Joe Piscopo are sent to I think their names are Doug and Roger, are sent to a local call. Of course, they're detectives. That is a armed robbery. I think it's the local jewelry store. So they go in to make the bust on this, and they find out that these perks are armed and shooting up the place, and they can't be killed. So further investigation find that this strange pharmaceutical company is linked to this resurrection machine and doing this, basically making zombies. So crazy mad scientist that's doing Reanimator, and they're also part of their investigation, and crucial is Vincent Price. So he holds a lot of keys and a lot of the answers to the questions these guys are looking for to find out this mystery. Don't want to give too much away. It's not a huge plot in this one, but there is kind of fun Weekend and Bernie's aspects, I guess you could say, or something like that, that goes on with these two partners. But yeah, just a fun feeling, buddy. It's what you'd imagine. It's pretty much what you'd imagine Lethal Weapon had. The fun feel of like a Fright Night, or maybe a movie like House. I think it kind of reminds me of that. Some of the effects used in this one, which I think great effects and makeup in this one, in my opinion. Really cool, different looking zombies. I thought I'll pick up that. They got bloated, mutated zombies, and it's not your typical, crawling, undead, Not the Living Dead kind of zombies. So I don't know. I think that's cool. It switches it up and give that. And of course, like I said, Vincent Price. I always give it a little brownie point for having him in it. One of his last roles, 1988. So it's creeping up on. I think his last role was Edward Scissorhands, but. Yeah, like I said, really just fun effects in this one. Stuff like that. Like I said, there's not a huge lot going on in the plot. It's not, and I'll admit some of the humor is quirky. Some of it comes up a little cheesy and not hilarious. But there is a lot of fun one-liners and some hilarious scenes in this one. I think won't give much away, but there's a really fun scene in the butcher. Like a local, a meat butcher, so that scene's fun as hell. But so yeah, it's actually the dude who did the effects for Species, which I think's interesting. But and the director actually directed one of my favorite kind of comic book movies from that time, the Punisher. The other one, kind of cheesy of the time, might be dated at this point, but a fun one in my eyes. But yeah, I'd give this one a solid 7.5 out of 10. Especially if you're a fan of 80s zombie movies, I'd definitely check this one out. It's fun, Return of the Living Dead mixed with Lethal Weapon kind of thing. A fun flick for y'all. So until next week, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching as always. Peace.